Hello everyone, today I will introduce to you how to install Roadefend AI-5E. First, we introduce the system and the accessories. This is the AI-5E main unit. This is the DMS camera, ADAS camera, BSD camera, the bugging screen and the main power cord, audio and video cable, video adapter cable, communication cable, built-in hard disk, GPS antenna, 4G antenna, mounting brackets and support self-tapping screws, USB Wi-Fi and lock keys. Next, I will introduce the hard disk installation method. First, use the keys to open the front panel and take out the hard disk box. Then, use the matching screws to install the hard disk in the hard disk box. When installing the hard disk, make sure that the hard disk faces the correct direction. Then, insert the hard disk into the DVR unit until you hear a clicking sound, and ensure that the hard disk does not shake. Then, the installation is complete. Next, I will introduce to you the system connectivity. First, the main power cord of the device, then the 4G and GPS antenna. Find the corresponding block interface and then connect the device communication line. The communication line is used to receive I/O signals and other signals. The last is the video wiring harness. The audio and video wiring harness support up to 8 channels of video access. 1 to 4 channels support 1080p, 5 to 8 channels support 720p, and then the CVBS output. Here you need to use a video adapter cable, which leads to 2 interfaces. One is 12 volt power supply and the other is CVBS signal. Connect the signal interface of the CVBS display to the power interface. And finally, insert the SIM card and SD card into the card slot. And insert it according to the direction of the notch shown in the figure just here. The system is now connected. Now we're going to introduce to you the wiring method. First, we need to find the fuse box of the car, and then find the normal power, the ACC and GND, and connect the device power extension cord to the fuse box. Then we need to find the steering, braking, speed, low beam, full beam headlight, and according to the instruction, connect to the fuse box. Finally, connect with the corresponding extension cable to the device. Next, we will introduce the precaution for the installation of the AI-5E inside the vehicle. The AI-5E can be installed embedded inside the vehicle or with brackets. When the direction of the AI-5E is the same as the longitudinal axis of the vehicle, or the angle is less than 20 degrees, the AI-5E can be installed either embedded or with brackets. When using brackets installation, you need to connect the AI-5E to the brackets first. And fix it with screws. And then fix the AI-5E with the brackets on to the front panel of the car. When using the brackets installation, ensure that the main panel of the device faces the cabin. Do not allow the main panel to face the outside of the vehicle. Secondly, ensure that the longitudinal axis of the device and the longitudinal axis of the vehicle body keep the same direction, and the angle is less than 20 degrees. We will need to connect the wiring harness with the host through the dark line. Connect the equipment harness from the dark wire to the equipment. This is the communication line, GPS and 4G model. The main power cord of the equipment and the audio and video wiring harness. The audio and video wiring harness require an external camera. The channels with the algorithm have special markings, such as second ADAS and DMS camera. The interface of ADAS camera is customized. The interfaces of the other cameras are standard for plug-in interface, including BSD camera with algorithm and DMS camera. The DMS camera is installed on the dashboard in front of the driver, within a range of 60 to 120 cm from the driver's face. The angle between the face of the driver and the dashboard is required to be more or less 30 degrees. The vertical angle with the face, it should be less than 30 degrees. After the device is powered on, you should plug in the USB Wi-Fi into the device. Open the mobile application Wi-Fi list and find the Wi-Fi named AI5XXS, the last 4 digits of the serial number. Click connect and enter the password 12345678. After the Wi-Fi connection is successful, enter the app real-time video and check whether there is a picture. If the picture is normal, the connection is successful. After installing the camera, we should use a slider to open the back cover of the camera. Adjust the pitch angle of the camera by pressing the movable screw. First, we determine the centerline position of the window glass. Measure the width of the windshield in the cabin. And then mark the middle position. Next, we install the ADAS camera. The position of the ADAS camera should be selected on the center axis of the vehicle and in an area covered by the wiper. Prevent dust accumulation, tear off the lens film, and uncover the 3M film to ensure that it is installed horizontally on the central axis of the vehicle. You can lightly paste it and then observe the debugging interface. After the screen is normal, press firmly. Next, we can start the ADAS calibration. Enter the device calibration interface on Roadefend app. Enter ADAS calibration. Select Fine Adjustment and turn on Camera Adjustment. Fill in the data according to the on-site measurement parameters. View the video screen to adjust the camera pitch angle. Make sure that the distant horizon is in the middle of the screen. If you cannot see the horizon ahead, you can calibrate with the calibration rod. For specific methods, refer to the installation manual. After the camera is adjusted, drag the cross cursor on the screen to the vanishing point that intersects with the horizon. After adjusting, click Save and Exit in the upper right corner. Next, perform IMU calibration. Adjust the parameters of each gyroscope alarm item. No need to adjust if there is no need for customization. Click Get Parameters to obtain the current gyroscope data of the device as the reference state. Click Set Complete to complete the calibration. The GPS antenna is preferably installed on the roof of the car, and the wiring can be drilled or walk into the car along the door gap. If it cannot be installed on the roof, it is recommended to install it on the console in front of the front passenger seat, as close to the window as possible, at least 50 cm away from the electronic equipment. Pay attention to the antenna receiving side upwards and remove 3M adhesive protective film and stick it on the table to ensure that the antenna is stable during driving. It is strictly forbidden to stick the GPS antenna on the equipment. When installing 4G antennas, avoid stacking them. When the antenna is long, you can fold it and tie it with a cable tie. When installing and fixing, it should be placed vertically. After tearing off the protective film of the 3M glue on the back, stick it on an A-pillar or the instrument panel. Do not fix it on a metal surface.